Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
Oh.
Are you like a crazy person?
I'm quite sure they will say so.
Yeah, totally crazy.
Howdy, folks. Welcome on back to You, Me, and the Movies. Tonight, we're watching a movie, V For Vendetta. What do you know about this film?
It's got Natalie Portman, some guy in a mask.
Yeah.
That's about all I know.
Well, it's about a rebellion in near future, almost post-apocalyptic UK.
Okay, I like post-apocalyptic, so I guess maybe I'll enjoy this.
Before we start...
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Buttons right here if you need help with that.
Let's go. Let's jump into V For Vendetta.
Oh, it's a DC Comics thing?
Yep. Yeah, it's like their indie comics. Not really part of the DC universe, but like their
Gotcha.
one-off, just graphic novels.
Because we just got done watching Justice League, so...
Yep.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Does she have that British accent the whole time? Probably.
I know his name was Guy Fawkes, and I know in 1605...
Guy Fawkes?
Fox.
Oh, Guy Fawkes. That British accent threw me off.
Read that the former United States is so desperate for medical supplies that they have
The former United States?
crap where everything from the ulcered sphincter of our Serica belongs. Who's with me? Who's bloody with me?
You say asshole sphincter? Asshole sphincter? Is that what he said? I don't...
Any unauthorized personnel will be subject to arrest. This is for your protection. A yellow-coated curfew.
Yellow-coated curfew.
Sick uncle, is it? What do you think on that, Willie?
It's a load of bollocks, what I think.
Oh,
I made a
great.
mistake. I shouldn't be out after
Back
COVID.
here, uncle. See, my friend here, he's kind of sick, isn't you, Willie?
Real sick. Bad case of the blues. You can feel them.
Don't touch me!
What a f***ing creep.
We exercise our own judicial discretion.
And you get to swallow it.
I've got your finger, man.
Oh, she's getting the picture.
No, please.
These people are in charge here? These creeps are in charge of law and order?
But you will be. By sun up, if you're not the sorriest piece of arse in all of London, then you'll certainly be the sorest.
Oh, f***ing gross.
Villainies of nature do swarm upon him.
Phew. He exposed his tiny little pencil.
We're off to blame in this 'tis too much proved, that with devotion's visage and pious action we do sugar o'er the devil himself.
What now?
The rod. Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of
He's talking in all V's.
and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition.
He's V.
Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
Oh.
Are you like a crazy person?
I'm quite sure they will say so.
Yeah, totally crazy. Are you like a crazy person? I feel like I've heard that specific line before, so it must be like used a lot as a clip.
Yeah.
First, the overture. Listen carefully, can you hear it? Now the brass.
I can hear it.
Gentlemen, you have had 4 hours. You had better have results. Mr. Creedy.
A government curfew. Boy, that just strikes way too close to home these days, huh?
Seem familiar?
Add it to the blacklist. I never want to hear that music again.
Yes, sir.
It's very like 1984-ish, yeah. In content.
Possible.
We also managed to get a picture of the girl that Creedy's men were detaining.
Who is she?
Detaining, yeah. Detaining.
And I want him to understand what terror really means.
Look at those pupils.
England prevails.
Has almost no color. They're just all black people.
Why not? This is the BTN. Our job is to report the news, not fabricate it. That's the government's job.
It's f***ed up.
Yeah, that's right. You went to see Daddy Dietrich, didn't you? Evie.
Daddy Dietrich? So she works for the news company that...
Underling in the news.
Like an intern or something.
What the hell is this? Just put them over there until I can figure out what they're for.
Who's that? Don't piss me about. You show me ID or I'll get Storm Saxon on your ass.
Hell.
So he's an anarchist then?
Damn it.
She literally hasn't even done anything yet. Like, other than being in the same room with that guy.
Usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful bloody struggle. As celebrated with a nice holiday.
I feel like he should get to the point, because they're gonna cut him off soon.
War, terror, disease. There were a myriad of problems which conspired to corrupt your reason and rob you of your common sense. Fear got the best.
This movie's crazy.
Parliament. And together we shall give them a 5th of November that shall never, ever be forgotten.
A whole year?
Please don't shoot! Under fire!
Have you any idea how long it would take to rebuild this facility?
He's trying to, like, take care of the bomb himself? Boom.
Started. Bad luck, chummy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's too late. His message is in their brains now. Look at all those books. Oh my god. No wonder he had such a verbose vocabulary.
He's Shakespearean.
He's like a rich guy. Does she get to see his real face? No. Dang it.
Oh, here and there, much of it from the vaults of the Ministry of Objectionable Materials.
Oh, he stole it.
Stealing implies ownership. You cannot steal from the censor.
You mean after what you've done? God, what have I done?
Yeah.
Nice, that detective. Why'd I do that?
Is that what you really think, or is that what they'd want you to think?
I think I should go.
May I ask where?
Where are you gonna
I
go?
have to go
They're
home.
gonna be
You
after
said they were
now.
looking for you. If they know where you work, they certainly...
I have to stay here.
Only until I'm done. After the 5th, I no longer think it'll matter.
Girlfriend, you're gonna want to stay there. The whole government is after you
You
now.
should have left me alone. Why did you just leave me alone?
What, he saved you from 3 rapists? And... Whatever. Dumb girl. Looks good and gross all at the same time. He's wearing gloves. Oh, they're all burned.
V?
Ah, bonjour, mademoiselle.
So he's been like tortured or was in some sort of house fire or something.
May become a man who dares more is none.
Macbeth.
Very good.
He's always so happy with her. His f***ing mask.
People should not be afraid of their governments. government should be afraid of their people.
And you're going to make that happen by blowing up a building?
England prevails. Holy Christ, Jesus!
And all those years ago, he wore a uniform in those days. You. It is you, the ghost.
He's like the mother of dragons. Comes out of the fire.
Cast in the wrong light, the loss of the voice of London could be devastating to our credibility.
The voice of London. Oh, and they're just covering it up. Crazy.
Oh, God, I hope I didn't wake you.
Are you like a crazy person or something?
Did you have anything to do with that?
Yes, I killed him.
At least he's honest about it.
I might have killed the fingerman that attacked you, but I heard no objection then.
What?
Violence can be used for good.
Oh, he did kill those fingermen.
Was there a specific profile for those being sent there?
Criminally insane? No, not criminally insane. Dissidents? Like government dissidents.
Yeah.
That would be what that detention facility was for, right?
I never saw them again. It was like those black bags erased them from the face of the earth.
This is the most terrifying part about everything, is that they put you in a position where you feel like if you speak out, they will kill you. And if you don't speak out, you can't make any change. Like, you want to stand up and say what you believe in, but you're afraid that if you do, your whole life will be impacted by it negatively.
Yep.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
We all want to believe that we'll stand up and speak out when we are challenged by things that we don't believe in. But I don't know that I would. I'd be afraid.
Oh dear, she's not too old, I trust.
That is for your grace to decide.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my, mea culpa, my child. Mea culpa. I love the confessional game. Tell me your sins. Wonderful. It's a game I've never played. Delightful mind you have.
He thinks it's some sort of gross. What a creepy old gross man.
Oh, please, have mercy.
Oh, not tonight, Bishop. Not tonight.
Jimmy.
I've been a party member for 27 years.
If I were you, Chief Inspector, I'd find the terrorist.
It's just a f***ing good old boys club.
Evie, listen to me. If the government ever searched my house, you would be the least of my problems.
What the f*** does that mean? He's secretly Batman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I told you, you'd be the least of my worries.
Thank you, Gordon.
Yeah.
Just finished going through the file, Inspector. You better get back here.
Yeah, okay.
She knows something.
She changed her name.
Well, that's what I'm guessing. I put a call into the registry, but I haven't heard back.
It's late. Already.
She the autopsy doc?
That name.
She must be. She recognizes that Rose as something. And now she knows she's in trouble.
It's you, isn't it? You've come to kill me.
Yes.
I thought about killing myself. I knew that one day you'd come for me.
There are no coincidences, Delia. Only the illusion of coincidence. I have another Rose.
I was gonna say, he's gonna give you a second.
This one is for you.
You're going to kill me now.
I killed you 10 minutes ago. While you slept.
Is it meaningless to apologize?
Never.
I'm so sorry.
I believe her.
He is now the key to our dream. And the hope that all of this
Ugh.
will not have been in vain.
It's all coming full circle.
He looked at me, not with eyes. There were no eyes. But I know he was looking at me because I felt it.
Although, there's an obvious explanation.
There is.
Yes, Evie.
I am V. At last you know the truth. Wrinkled, well-fed exterior, there lies a dangerous killing machine, a fetish for Fawkesian masks. Vive la révolution.
Morning, Inspector.
You feel like the detective right now.
They were doing all of these experiments on all of these people.
The most horrifying biological attack in this country's history was not the work of religious extremists.
Well, I don't understand. We know it was. They were caught. They confessed.
And they were executed, I know. That's what if that isn't what happened? What if someone else unleashed that virus? What if someone else killed all those people? If our own government was responsible for what happened at St. Mary's
You'll never know.
and Three Waters?
They'll cover it up. They always do.
If our own government was responsible for the deaths of almost 100,000 people? Would you really want to know?
No. We threw out the censor-approved script and shot a new one that I wrote this morning.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's gonna be killed for this. Well, I'm scared for him now because they're gonna come and Black Hood him. Bye-bye, Gordon.
Process her.
She's playing terrified pretty well. Oh. She's got a great shaped head. Perfectly round. Perfect bald head. Oh, even the rat won't eat it. It's promising. Oh, don't stick your hand in a rat hole.
I'm writing it on toilet paper.
Really stiff toilet paper.
Half ply.
It was her wrists. They were beautiful.
Her wrists?
I thought we would love each other forever. It is the very last inch of us. But within that inch, we are free.
There is nothing our girls could do that would make me stop loving them. Nothing.
Nothing.
She grew scarlet carsons for me in our window box. And our place always smelt of roses.
That's interesting.
You're gonna die here. Why protect someone who doesn't give a about you?
Because she doesn't know where he is. Oh, man.
An inch. With all my heart, I love you. Valerie.
You are to be executed. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, why is he wearing gloves, too?
It's time.
Why are they all wearing gloves?
But I'd rather die behind the chemical sheds.
Then you have no fear anymore. You're completely free.
Yeah, she's like, what? What does that mean? It's the gloves. Like, it's him? Or people like him? I feel so sorry for her. She's like, what the f is happening? It was him the whole time? It was him. Why? Tortured her this whole time, though? It seemed a bit excessive.
Every day I wanted to end it, but each time you refused to give in. I knew I couldn't.
You're sick! You're
Yeah.
evil!
F***ed up.
I felt...
Yes.
Free.
I'm dizzy.
free from fear. Oh, he's so sad. She loves her.
9 suspects.
Can you believe
Believed to
this?
respond- Avian flu
Been going on all
vaccine.
summer.
Outside the...
Media tells you whatever they want to tell you, don't they?
My friend inside the thing came. No, you already have the information. All the names and dates are inside your head. What you want, what you really need, is a story.
A story can be true or false.
Fueled by the media, fear and panic spread quickly, fracturing.
The more fear you instill, the more you control the narrative. And then the more you can be the saving grace and save the day when you come up with a antidote or a treatment. Ultimate
I believed
power.
it was the work of God himself, but it was a pharmaceutical company controlled by certain party members that made them all obscenely rich. A year later, several extremists...
Son of a bitch sat there and spoon-fed me that bull, and I ate it up.
Was it bull though?
now, Inspector?
Failures!
Chancellor, we do not have the adequate force.
We are being buried beneath the avalanche of
The
your
Chancellor's
inadequacies,
dilated
Mr.
eyes
Creedy.
are driving me crazy. Why are they dilated?
For that exact reason.
I want anyone caught with one of those masks arrested.
I'm gonna arrest several 100,000 people.
What? Anarchy in the UK!
Chaos.
Mr. Creedy.
And when they do,
That had to have taken forever to set up. The dominoes, I mean.
She looked at me right in the eyes. Didn't recognize me. I guess whatever you did to me worked better than I'd have imagined.
It's just the haircut, probably.
Revolution.
Oh, revolution without dancing is a revolution not worth having.
And that's why they invented Dance Dance Revolution.
There is a face beneath this mask, but it's not me.
Just like 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm no more that face.
God. Do not compare that movie to this.
Pull over here. We've been searching these tunnels for weeks. You really think you're going to find him there?
Always trust a detective's gut. I know, because I should have been one. And my gut is very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Then it's really going to happen, isn't it?
You wanted to.
What?
This is my gift to you, Evie. Everything that I have, my home, my books, the gallery, this train. I'm leaving to you to do with what you will.
Is this another trick, V?
No. No more tricks. No more lies. Only truth. And the truth is, you made me understand that I was wrong. That the choice to pull this lever is not mine to make. And this choice belongs to them.
So she gets to make the decision?
I have no tree waiting for me. All I want, all I deserve is at the end of that tunnel.
That's not true.
She's standing right in front of you. The doy. I want to believe that he loves her, but I kind of feel like that's a setup. He's just like brainwashed her in a way, and then is now like, you can do it. It's cool. I'll let you decide. It's up to you.
Steadfast. We must remain determined, but most of all, we must remain.
No one's at home.
For exception.
I want to see his face.
Tonight, I give you my most solemn vow.
Oh, his eyes aren't dilated, no.
Justice
Yeah, he's talking to the
will be
people. He can't look
righteous.
weird there on that.
Mr. Creedy?
Disgusting.
Kill him.
He's Superman. They with his genetics so much that now he's bulletproof. Oh. Oh, God. Ugh. Right in between the eyeballs.
Ideas are bulletproof.
So he's not bulletproof. He's just wearing a bulletproof vest.
V!
But if they get too close to the Parliament building and then they blow up underneath it, won't they be injured?
Who was he?
He was Edmund Dantes, and he was my father. And my mother. My brother.
Oh. Oh, it's a bunch of dead people.
But I will never forget the man and what he meant to me.
So what'd you think of V for Vendetta?
Not scary,
Well, haven't you watched it before now?
because I thought it was scary.
Yeah, did you hear? You heard about it? You saw it when it came out in 2006?
Yeah, for sure. I was like in high school.
Yeah.
It would be the Guy Fawkes mask freaked me out. It was just like, why? And then of course it's kind of got dark undertones.
Yeah.
So I just always figured it was scary.
Yeah.
Not scary.
No.
Just terrifying.
Yeah. It's based on a comic book written by Alan Moore, who also wrote Watchmen, among
Oh,
other
okay.
things.
I haven't seen that either. But...
Yeah, we'll have to watch that. As far as comic book movies, where would you rank this?
I don't know what to compare it to or even how to compare it since it's so different than a traditional comic book movie, but it had those same undertones of storytelling and very pertinent storytelling, I think.
It's kind of like a modern 1984. Like
Absolutely. Yep. Very much 1984.
Modern, very similar thematic tones to 1984. If you read it in high school like you're supposed to.
Right. Yep. Or at least from what I remember of 1984.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Surveillance state, narratives, oppressive government.
I do wonder if, like, just from a personal standpoint, I feel like there's got to be some sort of area between oppressive government and anarchy, right? Like, there's got to be something a little bit more neutral than that. But I guess when you have an oppressive government, you have to counter it with anarchy.
It makes you wonder how much of that news narrative was true. Like, is the United States really the ununited states?
Or is
there really the civil war?
Or is it just a narrative that they were spinning?
What the news is telling? Because the UK lives on this quarantine island. All of a sudden, is really anything outside that quarantine really happening?
Trying to keep them.
Or are they just keeping them impressed? Is
isolated
it like a
in fear.
North Korea situation, right? Where whatever North Korea tells their people is happening, right?
Right, because they have no other way of knowing.
It's a pretty interesting world to jump into, but also seems rather familiar at the same time. Right?
Yep.
You never figured out who V was? Or
No.
who played him?
Towards the end there, I did kind of have that moment where I was like, is it her dad? Like, is it her dad? But then I was like, no, like he was interested in her in a relationship sort of way. But then when she, at the very end, when she says he's my father, I was like, what? and then she kept going.
What about the actor behind the mask? Did you ever recognize his voice?
No.
It's Hugo Weaving.
That means nothing to me.
Red Skull in Captain America. The bad guy with the red face. Of course, that's another mask.
I know. I recall the Red Skull.
He's also in The Matrix, so when we watch that, you'll see his actual face.
Okay.
He's also in Lord of the Rings.
Not all movies I haven't seen.
Well, I mean, I've all
seen
on our list.
Marvel.
But what did you think of his performance without the fact of seeing his face?
Wonderful. You could, you could gauge his emotions even without seeing the emotions on his face, which is pretty impressive. I thought Natalie Portman's performance was pretty impressive as well. Like, she's an amazing actress.
Yeah, I thought she deserved some recognition for this performance.
Yeah.
So
She
was
killed it. She played terrorized pretty well.
I think this was. It's hard to say this was one of her first roles where.
She's been amazing in everything that she's done. Yeah.
Like I said, when I watched Leon for the first time when I was little,
yeah,
she's just good since she
top notch
came on the screen. So,
well, I'd like to know what other people think about this movie specifically, what their thoughts are on it, if they appreciate it as much as another comic book movie, or if it's in just a world all on its own, it can't be compared.
Let us know what you think of V for Vendetta, what you think of Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman's performances in this, and how would you grade it against the other comic book movies of today, since we've gone through the huge golden era of comic book movies. V for Vendetta was kind of at the forefront of that. A lot of people probably didn't know it was a comic book, probably just thought it was just a, regular old
just a movie.
But let us know what you think of V for Vendetta in the comments. Why don't you tell them to...
Oh, yeah, hit the subscribe buttons down here somewhere.
Right here.
Right here?
Yep.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going so that we can do more of these.
On to the next one. Until next time, have a good one, folks.
Bye.